I love it.
And we are live with a couple extra cranky Gen Xers and the one and only NJ, Alexander.
Woo!
Hi,
Hey.
everybody. Thanks for having me.
And I got my tomato red shirt on in honor of you.
Thank you so much. I
I
really
didn't get-
appreciate
that's- I
that.
could go change real quick if that's the theme.
Just not on camera.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Let's not do
No,
that.
no, I wouldn't do that to anybody.
But your best heckling attire, I think, would work for this.
Oh, well, in that case, I would have put on the druid robe.
Love it.
Oh, so how are we doing today? You are still alive in Spiffbo?
I am still alive. We were just chatting about it backstage, but that would have been really funny if I was cut like today before this.
No one would ever come on the show again.
It's not funny. As someone who was cut early, it's not funny.
Oh,
Oh, come on.
I don't mean in general. It's funny.
You're making a huge meal out of that, Mike. That's like half of your bit now is that you were cut out of Spitbo in the first 36 seconds.
It is my claim to fame.
Hey, we all have to have one claim. Cut bound. Thanks, Richard.
I don't know. I keep thinking about this in the same way, like when you watch like Top Chef or some other type of show like that. Is it better to go out? Okay, you don't want to go out first, right? I mean, you obviously don't want to be that guy. But do you want to go out second, third, fourth, or go out one step away from the finals, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough call. I mean, I'm happy to be alive right now. That's great. It's really nice to have made it.
Yeah, waking up is a bonus, absolutely.
That's true too. A different sense of the word. Yes.
Yeah, wait
It's
till
nice.
wait till you get in your 50s, man. You like open your eyes in the morning and go, fuck yeah,
Whew, another one.
Oh,
did it again.
And Ro, how about when you wake up in the morning, you're like, wait, nothing hurts. Oh my God, nothing hurts.
That's until you start moving.
Well, I'm in my mid-30s.
So it's like, hold my beer. Yeah.
Oh, too funny.
Oh,
Cut down, says Richard. That's funny.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I think I might use that when and if it does get cut. That's pretty good.
So, are there any other members of the Fake-Ins, by the way?
The Fake-Ins? Oh, I don't know. Actually, am I a Fake-In? Is that like established?
Didn't you? You said that on our last show because I asked if you were a break-in, and you're like, no. Everyone keeps thinking I am. I'm a Fake-In.
Oh shoot! I guess I have to.
You got to start it now.
I don't remember.
Like get the T-shirts printed.
Oh God, that's funny.
Because I remembered that because we're going to do the fantasy feud with the break-ins and the secret scribes.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
And I was like, yeah, I'm going to tell NJ he's the captain of the break-ins. I'm like, oh wait, no, no, he's not.
That'd be really funny if I was, and I have nothing to do with the break-ins.
Mike, are you still taking responses for those questions for that?
Yes.
Do you have a link or something that we can put in there so people can go and?
Yes. So ignore me for the next 10 minutes while I fight with technology.
Hosts a YouTube show and has to fight.
Tell us about your dwarf, then, Nick.
There are no dwarves.
When Mike is playing. Hold up your book cover. Hold up your book.
All right, hold on. I got it right here. All right. There we go. He is kneeling. He's kneeling. Look. He is like on top of the cliff. His knees are bent. He is not a dwarf.
I don't know. You can keep saying it. I'm not seeing it.
I both love and hate Dave if he's here. Love and hate Dave for starting that.
So that's probably not the right place to put it. I just put it in the comments.
We won't pick on him anymore.
What?
You're not gonna pick on me? What?
No, not you. You're not dwarf guy.
Oh, him. Okay. Yeah, I was saying I'm probably fair game. Yeah.
See, he doesn't see a kneel either.
Listen, it's there. I'm telling you. Oh, maybe it's not a kneel. He's more like he's just sitting. See? It's like sitting right there. You can see the bend of the knee right below the G.
Yeah. Bend of the knee. This is a little ridiculous. So we're not going to. I put it in the comments. You can copy and paste from the comments.
That's funny.
Yeah. So Mike has put in the comments if you want to answer the questions for Fantasy Feud, which is July 19th, right?
July 19th. Only the people here know it though. I haven't told the break-ins or the secret scribes yet.
You haven't told the people who are participating.
You got to fill me in when things don't need to be said, man. I can keep a secret. I just have to know what it is.
Breaking news.
Well, actually, I think I told one of them, but I forget which one I talked to, because one told me they have 2 people on their team and the other one hasn't. Yes, Timothy, the answers are anonymous.
To you.
I don't have the technology to figure it out. Yeah, key detail. Yeah, Tim. You know what's going to happen is I'm just going to end up emailing you 20 minutes before, Tim, and say, Tim, do you want to be on Fantasy Feud? I need to fill 8 spots.
I fill 8 spots in the next 15 minutes. Are you in? I love it.
So other than Spiffbo,
yes.
How's Fogbound doing?
Fogbound's good. I mean, May was a great month for me. June was pretty good too, but May, we got the Spiffbo bonus, it gets a little bit more, it's in more people's minds during that past couple months. So it's been good. It's going to be part of a tour coming up, organized by Indie Book Tours, starting next week, July 8th.
Nice.
So a bunch of book bloggers are going to be taking part of it. I think there's 6 or 7 people taking part in the tour starting next week. So
when you go on a real book blog show with real professionals, what do they ask you?
What do they ask?
Let me get my notes.
What kind of questions do they ask?
Well, that's a great question. They typically ask maybe what the book's about, what inspires me to write it, what my writing process is like, what was my publishing process like, and maybe anything I went through to get this thing out the door.
Okay, so along those lines,
yeah.
What's the weirdest food or drink craving you've ever had while writing? Because writing fantasy, you're always fantasy characters are always eating at some point.
Yeah.
Right? So you had to have been sitting there at your keyboard going, God, I wish I had fill in the blank. These are the big insightful questions you get here that you won't get on your fancy book tours.
That's why I'm here. That's right. That's why I'm here with you guys. I don't want any impactful questions.
We got you covered. No worries, your boys.
Well, let's see. What can I think of? This is going to be strange because I learned soon after that I'm lactose intolerant, but I was craving cheese when I was writing Fogbound. Like all I want to do was like snack on cheese. That was my thing. Yeah.
Where were you when you found out you were lactose intolerant? Because that could be a really uncomfortable thing.
Yeah. It was a few years ago. Thankfully at home.
Okay. It wasn't like on a bus or something.
No, that'd be rough.
Yeah.
That'd be a rough time. But
how many words can Richard throw in front of Bound tonight too?
Honestly, I kind of love that's it's like it's kind of become a thing. People put word and then Bound to like, I don't know. It's pretty fun. I had a a little giveaway on Twitter. I had one like Kindle code remaining or something. So I had give me your favorite blank Bound word or make up a funny one. I'll pick my favorite one and you'll win the code, something like that. I got some great responses there too.
I'm sure
I don't know. I love it.
We're spicy romance novel titles already. So
oh yeah, like my debut into erotica, F-Bound. It's gonna be great.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Bo. Maybe we should do that, Mike. We should set ourselves up as a book tour company.
Oh yeah, but then people would watch what we do and reach and just plummet. We have to start paying them. By the way, did you send a check to NJ to be on our show? Because I forgot to.
Well,
yeah, I'm still
I may have sent a check. It's not going to do any good. You can try to cash it. Go nuts.
Oh man. Yeah, I'll be expecting that the next week or so. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Okay. When he sends me Patriots tickets, we'll hook him up.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Hey, they might be cheaper these days than they used to be.
I'm sure you can find them right now.
Yeah, I think they'll be all right these days.
Shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
So, what do you do? I mean,
what do I do?
What? Not what do you do?
Explain yourself.
You're kind of writing.
I can't explain myself. There's no explaining myself to anybody.
Schedule. Because you have a job, right? I mean, most people we talk to have jobs.
Yeah, I do a full-time job.
When do you shoehorn in the writing?
So what's really funny is I actually haven't like sat down and wrote a book in a long time. I would say a few years, because I've basically got this entire series already written. And that's was kind of taken care of over the past couple of years. So right now it's really editing. It's really like, everything else that goes into it aside from writing the book is what I'm doing right now. But if I were, or when I am writing books, I'm what I like to call a binge writer. Mm-hmm. I won't write for 9 months, and then I'll write 10,000 words a day for 6 weeks and write a book, basically. Ish. That's kind of how I operate.
Yikes.
Yeah. Okay. So Richard says you're getting married soon.
Yes, I am getting married. End of August.
You need to figure that out, because I think those 10,000 word writing days are over.
Well, I'm thankful that this series is basically already written. So if I never write anything again, at least this series will be done. Yes, Ryan, exactly. That's what I would say. But yes, Richard is totally right. I'm seeing that comment. Now. I have a wedding to pay for. Yes. Buy 1,000 books. It'll definitely help. Book. That's right.
Buy a copy for his wife too.
That's right. Buy a copy for everybody you know.
And then if you really want to be nice, send them back to him as a gift for his wedding so he can sell them again.
Just resell them. Oh, it's my dad. Hi, Dad.
George, you have a great son. He's doing wonderful things. He's a credit to your entire family.
Don't say that much, Ro. Jeez. The bar must be pretty low for this show.
Have you not seen this show?
I guess you're right. I could have answered that.
This bar is buried in the ground somewhere, man.
Love it.
We haven't dug down that far yet.
Oh, man.
Do you have grandkid money? Oh, yeah. Grandkids are one of those things that, honestly, I'm looking forward to it, because I want to treat those kids so well so that they are insufferable to their parents, so I can sit back and laugh at my kids. It's like, there you little bastards. That'll show you. All their Christmas presents are going to beep and whir and make noise, and I'm just going to sit there half deaf and smile.
So, I have to do this with my nephews, and when they're like teenagers, like 15, 16, and become insufferable. That's when I start doing the, "Hey Jeff, she looks cute. You should go talk to her." He's like, "Shut up, Uncle Mike. Shut up, Uncle Mike." I'm like, "What? Don't you think she's cute?" And I'm like shouting it across, and he's like, "Shut up, shut up." Oh, it's so, and you just keep a straight face. I don't understand. And whatever you do, you can't smile. So they think you're just that daft because all adults are stupid.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
It's the funnest thing. we back in the day, why Jesus, when remote controls were still new to television sets.
Oh, I thought you were going to say children.
We had a kid over at our house, and my brother and I had the remote, and we turned the TV all the way down, and then we spent the next 10 minutes like looking at each other and just going, not making any noise. And until the kid was literally screaming,
I love it. I love it. I love it. That's great.
I'm sure there's a disorder that checks a box on, but it was a good time. The kid was a little shit, and he deserved every bit of it. So anyway.
Oh, God.
So how did you come up with the title Fogbound?
Oh, man, this is always a really funny story. I love when people ask me this. So I'm terrible with titles. Well, I should take that. I could take it back a little bit. I'm good at chapter titles. Titling a whole book. Oh, God, no. I am awful at that. That's like, but when I was looking for advice, how to title a book way, way back when, the typical advice was, oh, don't worry. The title will come to you as you're drafting. That's the biggest load of shit I've ever heard in my life, honestly. That never happened for me. So here is how I thought of the title Fogbound. I have a wonderful friend and beta reader. His name is Alex Rivera. You might know him from Twitter, from the socials. He was, unfortunately for him, he was my basically the wall that I bounced titles off. Yeah, that's true. I have a lot of those, Rich. A lot of those. So basically he was the sounding board with which I threw titles at for a long time. I had a couple of placeholder titles. I had one placeholder title that almost made the final cut. It was there for about 5 months, like through the beta process, through the editing process. I thought that was going to be the title of the book, but something still kind of just didn't work, right? I was like, I still don't really love it. It works, but I don't love it. And then I thought, okay, the word, spoiler alert, the word Fogbound appears in the book somewhere. And I'm like, okay, maybe I could use that instead of the title I currently have. So poor Alex, I'm messaging him like, hey, how about blank of blank bound, blank of blank, those trendy titles that everybody uses. I was like, I want to use this word. How about this? How about this? Then he responds back to my paragraph saying, bro, why don't you use Fogbound? I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. And that's how the book was titled. So basically I didn't do it. I had almost nothing to do with it.
So you're saying all success is because of someone else?
Yeah, isn't that how it is when you like get beta readers and write a book? I mean, I don't think Fogbound would be as well received today if it weren't for the incredible people who read it beforehand. But Richard's just throwing like gems in the chat right now. That is so true.
I know. Yeah. Richard, can you contact us? We'll dump him and we'll interview you.
Yeah, right. Let's get him on the show instead.
We'll send you the link. Hold on.
He'll actually provide some insight.
But no, that is more realistic. Final one, final revised, final. No shit.
Use this one. Yeah. Well,
so
what's that
like
thing?
Me?
Oh, go ahead. I
have folders for everything, like 1, 2, 3, revision 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the same thing. When I'm actually writing, I back it up every day too. Like I'll back it up to my external drive. I'll back it up to my cloud storage. I save a new file every single time. New folder, new file. Yep. That's the process.
Well, when you're writing 10,000 words a day, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, you only have to do it for like 2 weeks and then you're done.
Yeah, that's true. I should revise that a little bit. On days where I don't work the day job, I would do 10,000 words a day. Like I'll take a week off work and then I could do 10K a day. For days when I work, I might do only like 3 to 5.
What do you do for work?
I was going to remove the pins from my voodoo doll when you kept saying you write 10,000 words a day, but I'll leave them in if you're still writing 3 to 5 on work days.
Yeah, weekends 10,000, weekdays 3 to 5, depending on my mood. Yeah.
So how'd you end up getting married?
How did I? Yeah, ask the poor women I tricked into marrying me.
I won't say anything. It's just if you're working and doing all that writing, when did you have time to go out and meet people?
Yeah, so I don't sleep. That's my strategy. Sleeping is not a big thing. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Richard, okay, that's a great comment with the floppy disks. My very first quote unquote book I wrote when I was in like elementary school was saved to a floppy disk. That might still be hanging around somewhere.
Is that like a 3.5-inch hard case floppy disk or a proper 5 1/8-inch floppy disk?
Ooh, probably the former. I don't think I was around for those. Like what the last one you just said.
Yeah.
So
I don't think I was alive for that. Yeah.
When I was a preteen, we saved it on a cassette tape, and I'm not even kidding.
I love that. Honestly, I love that. That's amazing.
I
don't even know how that would work.
Before.
I don't even know how that would work. It's a foreign concept to me, but that sounds awesome.
It took forever. And here's your dad talking about your wife, I'm assuming.
Yes, that's right. Yes, he very much is. Yes.
Where's your head at, George? What are you looking at? You're on the internet. You're supposed to be watching us, damn it. All the floppy jokes. Yep.
Yep. Oh yeah, got to get that
No
going.
jokes about his 3.5-inch floppy. No, not right before you
Bo.
that would just be rude.
Bo is 100% right. 100% right.
Oh.
Oh man.
So what's next then? What's after this is done? You said you've got a few written, right?
Yeah. So Fogbound is book 1.
Okay.
Book 1. The series is called The Echoes of Oniro. That's the whole series. But there will be 4 books in this series. So book 2, I mean, I'm hoping it'll be out next year. I kind of wanted it to be this year, but then I decided to, get married. So that kind of took precedence over the book. So maybe next year it'll be out. But after that, I do want to get them out a little bit quicker. But we'll see how that goes.
So if your main character was giving the best man speech at your wedding,
okay,
what would he say?
Ooh, okay. So this is good because my main character is pretty well spoken. So I think he would give a pretty good best man speech. However, he probably wouldn't like me very much. He would be very eloquent, but he probably wouldn't like the situations that I've put him in. That's what I think. Fair. But I think he would speak well and he'd be pretty convincing to everybody.
So do you have all 4 books written?
Pretty much. I mean, okay, so book 2 is, I would say it's in like draft 2, like almost ready for beta readers. Book 3, unfortunately, is in draft like -1. So that one might need to be. So a little bit of backstory here is I originally wrote all these books a long time ago. And with my rewrite of Fogbound, I included some information from all of the other books too. So
as you do.
Yeah. So they would need to be, so they all had to be totally rewritten. The second one, I've already done that. The third one, I am not looking forward to doing that because it's like 170,000 words. That's not going to be fun. But the fourth one, I wrote basically pretty much post Fogbound. So that one should be mostly okay. But I would say, all right, so book 3 is in draft -1. Book 4 is in draft 0. That's what I would say. But book 2 is almost ready for beta reading. Maybe by 2025, it'll be ready. Good Lord. Slogbound. It'll probably be shorter when I'm done with it. Maybe 150, not 170.
Are you do you plot all this stuff out, Nick?
I would definitely say I fall into the plantsing category. Have you considered writing a story like that? No, I mean, Brandon Sanderson is a whole different beast, honestly. But yeah, I would say I have a pretty decent outline. I generally know what I want. I have a goal for every single chapter, every single scene, but how it gets there is sort of in the moment while I'm writing it. Like my outline will say, goal for this chapter, characters must do A, B, C, or something. And then as I write, I kind of fill in the blanks. So before I start writing a book, I probably have a solid 10,000 word outline before I even start.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're a planner then.
Yeah, that's what allows me to write them so fast because I have a pretty good plan of what I want. And there's always the anticipation too. It's like, I knew how the whole series would end, but before I finished Fogbound. So
yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, my series, I knew how it was going to end before I started book 1. I mean, I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Just getting there. Yeah.
I kind of had to because I'm not going to give it away for anybody. Nobody reads it.
It will remain a secret.
The last book of my first series actually has something to do with the next series.
Oh,
right? There
I
are
see.
things that happen there.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was writing that, I was kind of putting down a breadcrumb trail a little bit.
I see.
For the next series of books.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I still don't know what's going to happen.
It's the journey that's
the next
surprise.
So for my series, I didn't know how it was going to end because I was going to write a standalone book.
And then it turned into a series.
5 books later.
then it turned into a 4-book series, and now I've written 4 books of the 7-book series. So
I love it. I love it. Yeah, mine's not going longer than 4. But yeah.
Richard Holiday, look, buddy, if you hate yourself, they have people who can help you out with that. Just go. It's worth the money. Sit down for a couple hours, bare your soul to them. You'll feel better. It's like a massage for your brain.
Oh, I love it.
You don't need to outline in Excel. Good God, man.
I've heard of that strat. Okay, Richard is not the first person I've seen that from, that they outline in Excel. I think it's totally chaotic, but
I've done that.
You've done that. All right.
Excel That's the most random damn thing I've heard.
Oh my God.
There
we go. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Let me get this in before Richard does.
Excel bound. Yeah, of course. Yep. I mean, the possibilities are really endless.
They really kind of are.
I wish I was better at Photoshop so I could like make those like Photoshop like cover edits happen. I'm not quite there yet to make all these different bound variations.
But if you're doing it as a joke, it doesn't need to be perfect. It's actually a little better if it's obviously Photoshopped.
I guess that's true. All right, so Dog Bound will be coming out tomorrow. That's the one I've been working on.
Oh, Mike, what are we doing here, man? I think we ought to just set these up and just let them go with the folks in the comment section.
Yeah,
we're to this whole organization.
You know, I think do that, and I'll get a hold of Richard and get him on here. Yeah, never mind.
That's right.
We still need you to schedule, though.
Oh, God. Do you know, I wake up and I'm like, did I put that on my list? I told them, you know how many people I've told, yes, we will interview you? And then I'm like, yeah, I didn't ask them for any contact information.
Every one of these days we'll be interviewing 2 or 3 people at once because we jacked that whole thing up. And
you'll have to split the duties here. Bro will be doing one and Mike over with someone else.
We'll just be doing a round table.
That's right.
You know, I think if we start doing like 2 or more people at a time, that way they could ask each other questions and we have even less to do.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are smart, honestly. Bring everybody else in and do the hard work.
Calling this hard or work is really way too much credit.
That's fair. I keep forgetting what show I'm on here.
You know, it's
so
well, as we don't get paid, we don't feel the need. We you know, only need to give you back proportional value to what you've given us,
which is nothing. So
you know.
Yeah.
So,
all right,
and I have to answer Richard's question because my cup that I use now all the time says, I came, I saw, I forgot what I was doing, went back, got distracted, have no idea what's going on. Is this my cup? I have to pee.
So would your answer to Richard's question be yes?
What was his question?
There we go.
Yeah. Well, I know my characters do what I'm writing. It's like, oh man, I knew they were going to come in here for a reason. What the hell was it?
What the hell was going on here? I don't know.
So, yeah. So then they wander around and look a bit.
And then just carry on their merry way.
Maybe find a dragon or something, you know.
As one does.
Just find one.
Yeah, they're everywhere. It's fine.
Ooh.
So do you have any dwarfs in your book?
No, Fogbound does not include like the fantastical races that you'd see in Lord of the Rings.
Well, it doesn't have to be like because we have dwarves here.
Oh, okay. I apologize. I thought you meant like the fantastical dwarves.
You don't need to be Scottish with beards or anything.
There's a couple of short kings in the series, actually, I will say. Yeah. Not everybody is tall. Oh, God. I mean, that's one thing about Fogbound in the series, right? Not everybody is like tall, buff, and handsome. So
what's book 2 called? Is it something else bound?
Are you really going to ask me about titles after I just talked?
Well, I'm just saying, is it going to be in the bound thing? Is it going to be like Fogbound, Spellbound?
The bound verse.
It's actually really
walked into the wrong room, latex bent over a chair bound.
I'm writing that one down. That's great. That's perfect. That's book 2 right there. Latex bent over a chair bound. with like hyphens or something. It would definitely work, but no. So I have thought about this a lot, because I figure if I go with something bound, the whole series has got to be something bound.
Yes.
That's like, I have to commit. I'm also thinking of if book 2 is also a one-word title, whole series has to be one-word titles. At least to me, that's how I operate. So I'm actually thinking of not doing bound or a one-word title for book 2, because I have some nice placeholder titles for books 3 and 4 that are not one word, and I think if they become final, they might become the best possible titles for those books. I don't want to be pigeonholed into using one-word titles. I think we'll see if that changes, but as of right now, book 2 will not have a bound or one-word title.
Jesus.
God.
we're blaming you for everything the holiday says, man.
Honestly, that's probably accurate. I should be blamed for this. The only thing I can say about book 2's title is it's going to have something to do with the word fire, flame, something like that. That will be in the title. I knew pigeonhole bound was going to be. I knew as soon as I said pigeonholed, it was going to be bound. I knew it. See, like all that. Yep.
All right. I'd like to say I think we'd exhausted that, but I don't really think they have.
No, I think they can keep going. Honestly, yeah. I believe in them.
No, I think bound is the virtual tomato in this whole conversation.
I think it is. Yeah, tomato bound as one.
There it is.
Say.
They can't actually hit you with tomatoes.
There we go, Ryan. Bound town. Love it. Love it. Okay, so that's the title of the erotica. That's the title. Thank you, Ryan.
That kind of thing pisses me off because I really wish I would have thought of it.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, I wish I thought of that one. That's really good. That's really, really good. Yeah. That's the one thing everyone's going to remember from this chat is Bound Town.
And that's the only thing I remember already.
That's right. Exactly. I've said nothing of value. Yes, I do get. Yep. Yeah. Hack bound. Yep. Running joke over on threads is that people call me a hack. I say running joke. Who knows if it's actually a joke?
So you're still in Smithville, which means some people have been chucked out already.
17.
Yeah. Although I'm part of the Weather Wax report, I don't think anybody in Weather Wax has been cut yet. Although Fogbound, funnily enough, was actually the very first review of the entire competition, which is wild to me. And it was marked safe for at least the initial round of cuts. So I'm safe until Weather Wax chooses their semifinalists, essentially. So
and there's how many people in your group?
There are 30.
And they cut down to how many?
I think each group picks about 5. Someone in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they pick 5.
It can be as many as they want, but usually 4 to 6, somewhere in that range, there'll be semifinalists.
Yep. And then one of those is picked as the finalist. Yeah.
Well, if you get chucked out, then you'll be homeward bound.
Damn it.
Sorry.
It's okay. Honestly, we can keep them coming.
No, we really
shouldn't. We really shouldn't keep them going.
You know, I keep looking at the number of people watching, and it's 24. So I don't know.
Homeward bound.
Homeward bound. People bound. Bound for greatness. That's what I wish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, you have such a low bar. That's probably why you keep coming back.
You set the bar like at a mediocre level, so people come back and they're always very impressed. That's how the show goes.
Man, I just lost a lot of respect for Canada there.
You had respect for Canada?
I dig Canada, man.
I'm kidding. I like Canada. Canadians, please don't get mad at me. I like Canada.
There you go, Tim.
If a Canadian gets mad at you, how would you know? They're still going to be polite.
That's very true. That's why I like Canadian.
Have you ever seen Canadian bacon?
I have some Canadian bacon, actually. It's quite nice.
It's all fun and games until you say, this beer sucks. Them's fighting words up north.
Oh, I thought you meant if I see Canadian bacon as in like the food.
No, the movie.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the actual bacon.
Canadian bacon is ham.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. That's what I thought you were talking about. Let's start with you. Tell that to my unfinished books that are coming after this series.
Mike.
Yes.
Mike, roll us a die of the Tower of Stupid Questions.
Oh, wait, you're saying these weren't the stupid questions?
No.
Wow.
No. This was
I know how this works.
Okay, number 13.
Oh, lucky 13.
Which would be, I think I should. Yeah. What's the strangest or most unexpected thing you've ever researched for a book?
Titles.
I mean, titles. I mean, that's pretty good. So,
well, not dwarves.
No, definitely not dwarves. I need to look up dwarves a little bit more. Okay,
no,
it's
you look
not
down at dwarves.
Oh my
God.
All right. Listen, I think. Oh my God. All right. Okay.
Blaming these guys in the chat.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Anyway.
So Nick, the service we provide is we want our guests to always feel like they're the smartest person in the whole
room?
chat.
Oh, yeah.
They're definitely. That's definitely evident today. Like,
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished tonight. That's for sure. Anyway, back to the question.
100% guarantee right there. That's the Mike and Rowe guarantee. You will leave feeling smarter than everybody else you talk to.
I love it. I love it. If your show doesn't have a tagline, that should be the tagline.
Oh, wait, I'm writing that down.
Yeah, you should. It's great. It's genius.
Yeah, so go ahead and talk. I'm not going to listen, though.
Okay. So anyway, let me get back to what the actual question was. So the strangest thing I've researched, right? That was the question.
Right. Yeah.
So, I didn't actually have to research anything super odd for Fogbound, but there are a couple things I didn't think I would have to research, but I did. Two of them, one of them was how torches work. Like, how do you actually, like in the olden days, without magic, how do you light a torch? And how do you carry it with you? What I've learned is that a lot of like media, video games, whatnot, does it wrong. Like they depict the characters holding the torch right in front of their face. You're not supposed to do that. Fire is going to get all up in front of you. You can't do it. You got to hold it like a little bit above. There's like, look at all the more bounds coming through. Dwarf bound from Dave. Yep, there he is. There's the inventor of the tall dwarf right there, Dave. Yep, that's him. That's the culprit. That right there, officer. Anyway, so torches were one of them. And because I had to research torches, you will learn how to light a torch if you read Fogbound. I included everything. If I had to do it, so do you. It's in there.
I keep thinking about that when writing these. I do actually when writing books, and eventually I get to a point where, you know what? Fuck it. Just have the torch and have there be light, because otherwise you're like lighting torches every 30 minutes or some nonsense.
Yeah, exactly. You got to relight it.
How many torches can you carry on you legitimately?
Yeah.
Through this dungeon crawl. And have you ever been in a cave like several hundred feet below ground?
Yeah, right. How do you know?
No, I'm serious. Have you?
Oh, have I? No. That's on my bucket list of never going. Yeah.
You need to try to do that because you have never seen dark like that.
Yes. That's a really great suggestion. I'm going to put that in my absolutely effing not category, but I will. But no, I get that though. Cause like a dark cave like that, it's not just dark. It's like,
oh, no. Yeah. So the university here has a physics lab, like 900 feet deep.
Oh my God.
In this cave, right? So it's a great place for neutrinos and stuff like that. So they have this little parking lot and a trailer, right? And they've got lights on it, and it's probably like a good 20 foot walk from your car to the trailer, right?
Yeah.
And to prove the point, they
I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm listening to you, but the chat's killing me right now.
If you're standing in the parking lot and the lights go out and you have to find your 20 steps to that place, good freaking luck.
That's true.
It's that dark. It is super, super weird. I will say this. Whoever just came on to join the chat, Nick, you are now the proud owner of the most people on a chat we've ever had. And by the way, this is our 100th episode.
Hey, look at that. Wow. Total
yeah,
luck of the draw.
I meant to say something about that, but I forgot because I had to pee.
you went to look for that note and you just totally forgot what it was you were looking for. So our 100th episode. Welcome to it. We'll start over.
That's from the top, everybody. But yeah, so I would say, Yeah.
And you have celebrated by bringing on 35 people now.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so cool. I know all 35 of you probably aren't signed up for this day. So please go hit like and subscribe.
Yes, please do.
We're going to take a little bit of time here, Nick. If we can get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year, Michael.
I'm getting it now.
Are you now? That's weird.
No, I had to find the file.
Mike's going to get a tattoo on his head is what's going to happen. If we can get to 500 subscribers before the end of the year.
See if I can remember this.
Hey, Richard was number 250.
Oh, thank you very much.
Halfway there. Woo!
Okay, so that is the tattoo that I'm getting.
I do remember this. Yeah.
We just have 250 more people to go. 250 more bad choices, and we're there. That'll be the 251st.
250 more people with questionable decision-making abilities.
Listen, everybody, if you can go and just make 250 YouTube accounts right now, Mike will leave this recording and go and get that tattoo right now. Oh, man. So actually, Ro, I wanted to go back real quick to what you said about like how much research like that you would need to do. At a certain point, you're like, oh my God, like how much do I really have to do? I found a great workaround for something I had to do. So
magic?
Almost. I almost used the magic angle. It's very close. So, horses are a big thing, right? That everybody gets wrong in fantasy, including myself. I made sure that these horses were different horses. They're from a far off land that the characters have never seen before. And they can do things that they've never seen horses able to do. So I get away with any incorrect horse information. Nice. Just by doing that. That was my cop out.
You could have done what C.S. Lewis did and just make the horses talk.
I could have done that. That would have been very off brand for this book, but it would have been funny.
Other side, asshole.
That's right.
So, Bo, I will tell you, Mushroom Blues. Who is the author of this? I should know.
Adrian? Oh, it's Adrian. Yeah, Adrian Gibson.
Yeah, he said next year, Worldcon in Seattle, if I'm there, he will do this tattoo for me. So.
Oh, that's right. He's a tattoo artist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that might break book Twitter.
And I told people if it gets to 750, I'll actually have like some goats on the other side, like they're munching on. Yeah, I'll have a whole pasture. I got a lot of space. There's a big canvas there.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
Put Fogbound and Elvish script along the side.
Oh, that would be nice.
Dwarvish.
Dwarf.
Okay.
Of course, Dwarvish. Yeah, of course. For all the Dwarvish that they speak in Fogbound, it would definitely work.
Let's see.
See, look, we got Dave viewing twice. Look at that.
Hey.
All right. Are you simulcasting this to Twitter as well?
Yes.
Look at you, clever bastard.
Well, once I learned how to do it, I did it for everything that we had. Besides, like, who knows if I'll remember again.
Yeah. You should maybe write down the steps to that so I can do it if I have to.
I have to figure it out now.
I
did it like last week.
Knowledge whore, just keeping it all to yourself. I see how you are. That's all right. I'm not getting a damn tattoo.
That's right. Until you guys become bald and bald, that's when you get the tattoo.
Yeah. That's probably not as far away as you think.
And I've actually had someone ask me this question before.
What? Oh, the any key.
It was before Nick was born, but details.
Come on, I'm not that young.
How old are you, Nick?
I'm 33.
30 what?
33. 33.
Let's see. Not carry the knot.
I got my first computer when you were born.
I was married already.
Wow. All right. Look at that. All right. Well, I tried. You guys like went against it, but I tried. Okay. I tried.
The curls aren't real. What? Is that true?
No, the curls are definitely real.
This whole thing's been a lie? It does kind of look like a weave.
Oh, First, there's dwarves in the book, and now I have
to mute myself for a minute.
All right, go ahead. No. I figured that's why you guys brought me on, right? Balding, and guy with hair. I figured it completes the trio.
Oh, so I got to get back to, because when I wrote my first book, I finished it on 4th of July, 2021.
Cool.
And I uploaded it to Amazon, and then I called my brother and doubled the number of people in the world who knew it existed. So how can you have these books and hold on to them and not publish, just hit publish now? This is my 5th book, and this is the first time I've ever had ARCs or did a pre-order.
Oh, good for you. That's awesome.
Every time it's just like, yep, I'm ready, upload.
Here we go.
Everyone, there's a book. This is not how I recommend you do marketing, by the way.
I mean, it's hard to even even doing the ARC thing. It's pretty tough. You have to, I basically had no following. Wow. Damn.
Man.
Woo.
Coming in hot.
Can you pin comments? Because that might deserve the pin.
Wow.
Damn, Bo.
Yeah, they let us do it, but we have to give up our pudding cups.
Whew. Dang. But yeah, I mean, getting the word out before a book comes out, especially because I didn't have much of a platform or anything when Fogbound came out, aside from, some Twitter followers. It's tough building up hype, especially, I didn't exactly do it right either, because I was also in the midst of planning how I was going to propose. So Fogbound came out on a Monday or on a Tuesday, and I proposed that Friday. So I think it's kind of an interesting week for me. I did have a small ARC team, which was nice. I think, funnily enough, now that Fogbound is out, I think I would have more people willing to join my ARC team than did before. I sent probably somewhere between 40 and 50 ARCs to people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Not everybody submitted a review before release, but that's okay. I shouldn't say most of them. I got a lot of people to submit reviews that I sent ARCs to, or at least ratings, which is really nice. Actually, Richard, small correction there. The same day, Fogbound came out, I left the country, and I proposed. That's what happened that week. It was quite the week.
Wow, were you thinking you were is the final season of oh hell, what's a George R. R. Martin series?
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Well, Song of Ice and Fire, but yeah.
It's was the final episode's coming out, and you're like, nope, leaving the country.
Just gotta go.
Coming out.
That's right. Just gotta get out of here.
Better be safe.
Technically speaking, that's when I went on the Fogbound International Book Tour. Because technically, I was in Italy with Fogbound, so that means It was international.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how did you propose? Was it anything? Did you like?
Oh, well, okay.
There were guns involved,
And before you start that,
yeah.
I just want to say to E.L. Montague, yes. I'm a grown-ass man, E.L., and I can have a pudding cup anytime I want.
Let's go. I love that that's why you got up to leave the stream to get a pudding cup.
I remember I had one in the fridge.
Honestly, that's awesome. That's amazing. Amazing.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's actually a pertinent question because it is book related, how I did propose. So Fogbound came out that week, right? And I actually had a pretty I would say a pretty inventive idea. I had a special edition of Fogbound printed. That's, one of the bonuses of being an indie writer, right? And I changed the acknowledgements page from what the actual one is. So when I proposed, I made it seem like, I was like, hey, I want to get a picture of you reading my book over the lake, over a lake in Italy. And I wanted her to read that page. It was a page dedicated to her, and the last line was, hey, turn around. And it was me with a ring.
Very nice.
Yeah. It was pretty well thought out. And I had a photographer and everything, too. Yeah.
So you knew that she would actually read the book then?
Yes.
You weren't afraid of her saying, no.
That's right. Exactly. Yes. There were a lot of assumptions.
The best book ever.
That's right. There were a lot of assumptions that I had to put into this proposal plan. But, also assuming the answer was yes. That was the biggest assumption I had to make.
This is a 2.5 carat read.
That's right. That's right. Oh my God. But yeah, so that's how I did it. I did it with the book. It wasn't intentional that I did it with the book. The book just happened to come out the same week. Just kind of worked out that way.
And now, if it ever becomes a really big thing, there's one book with a proposal in it.
That's right. There's one very special copy.
That's right. Yes. So she's hoping that you really make it big.
The proposal copy going around eBay for thousands of dollars. Yeah.
Have you updated the back matter to say fiance and not partner, or are you waiting until after the wedding?
That's really funny because I did actually mean to change that in the book. I think in the ebooks they're changed, but I never actually like uploaded a new paperback version. So I think it'll probably just change to wife when I do the second edition. I meant to have a second edition out maybe a couple months ago, but I just didn't do it. So maybe after the wedding is when it'll come out.
So does she love you enough to sit in and listen to this kind of nonsense?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We're not there yet.
No, oh yeah, she will. She will. She might be here.
Wife bound.
Wife bound.
Richard,
yep, right.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I just keep looking at time going, we've talked for 51 minutes and all I remember is Bound.
Yeah, we've talked for 51 minutes and said absolutely nothing of value. It's really impressive, honestly, if you think about it.
And we have 39
nice story about how you proposed. That was good.
Yeah, you know what? I am pretty proud of myself. But you know what? The most impressive part of that, I think, is not the book thing. That was a fun idea. But I had to hire a photographer from a country whose language I don't speak. I thought that was my most impressive feat.
And when were you over there?
It was October of 2023.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, be glad you weren't there in August, because then trying to find somebody who's actually working, it's like the whole country shuts down for the month of August.
Honestly, that sounds great. I wish I could just.
Oh yeah, it would be awesome, right?
Sounds great. I mean, I guess I basically will be at the end of August when I get married and just, bugger off from work and society for a couple weeks.
You're not going to like do some other cool book related thing on the honeymoon?
I don't think so. I would if I had some other cool book related thing, but I don't have any other cool book related things. That was it. That was the extent of my ideas.
Oh.
Sorry, Mike, you got to go. I'm eating my pudding cup now.
Oh.
It's up to you, Mike.
Halfway in, I'm not stopping.
Okay,
I respect that, Ro. I respect it.
We're going to do another silly question then.
All right, back to the dice.
Okay. What's the most random or unexpected skill that one of your characters possesses?
Oh, okay. So, God, I hate this. I hate
Knows how to make torches.
I mean, yes. So, I'll take this. There's a couple of ways I can spin this. Of course, the character that everybody thinks is the tall dwarf.
I'm sorry, I gotta interrupt you again. Your dad is really on about the grandkids thing. I think you really,
yeah, I mean,
get on this. Is your wife to be aware of his pressing need for grandchildren?
That's really funny. That's really funny. Oh, that's hilarious. Jesus. Anyway, so the one that people call the tall dwarf, he is your kind of stereotypical big, burly, goofy guy that may not be the brightest, but he can cook. And that is his special skill that almost no one knows about until he kind of just says, like, make something amazing. And the characters are like, wait a minute, what? You can do this? It's something that I'll be leaning more in later books too.
So would there be a fog-bound cookbook coming out of this?
No, but that would be really fun. If someone wants to do that, that'd be really cool.
It would be a cool kind of small kind of giveaway thing with it or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I originally planned that to be just like a hidden little, it's a cute little fun fact about this character that he can cook. But then I thought it might be fun if I go a little bit more all in on this. A little bit more all in doesn't really make sense. A little bit more in on this concept of him being able to cook, because I'm a food guy. I like my food. So, and there really isn't a ton of like food descriptions in Fogbound, not really, but I think I could take that up to the next level, and that's something that I probably will do.
Well,
I think
there will be some research there because there'll be people who will call you out.
Oh man, they will
start. It's like, where the hell did he get sage?
Exactly. Yeah. So I got to make sure the universe has those spices and whatnot. I had to be sure that this universe had chickens. I made that evident that there were chickens. You got to like make all this. It's the stuff you don't really think about, right? Oh, right. Yes, they're going to drink beer. They're going to do this. They need to have hops. They need to have this. There's honey, so bees have to exist. That sort of thing. It's all this random stuff you have to think about. For other skills, I wouldn't call them skills, but all of my characters tend to have one little facet of my either personality or something about myself. And I kind of spread it throughout all the characters. So not one character is really like me, but a lot of parts of me are spread throughout the entire cast.
Yep. So, Nick, does pineapple on pizza exist in a Nero? And is there Canadian bacon on that also?
No, Canadians don't exist in that world. So
what a mean, terrible place.
That's
no Canadians.
World.
No Canadians exist.
So
Pineapples.
There's no hockey either.
No hockey. No, it's also
no curling.
No curling. That's okay. So it doesn't really make sense for the series that I'm writing. Maybe it does, but I haven't really thought about it that much. I love sports, but I haven't really included sports in my books at all.
But we were talking about curling, not sports.
Whoa! Listen, I am not going to comment. Oh, I lost Tim. No Canada. Sorry, Tim.
No Canada. Oh, sorry.
Wow, that's pretty good. That was good.
Wow.
That's all I know of their whole national anthem is that. So.
Our home and native land.
That's too much. Something about maple syrup comes up, I'm sure.
Yeah, maple leaves, maple syrup, stuff like that. I think hockey pucks are probably in there too. Sports bound. Yep. The sports compendium to fog bound. Yep.
So after you have your cookbook and your sports compendium,
yep,
are you going to do a travel guide?
Oh, travel. Okay, the travel guide would be fun. Because it was funny actually. A couple of years ago when I can't believe it's been a couple of years since then. I had my map commissioned before the book came out, and when I shared that on Twitter, I didn't expect this. People were asking me as if I were a travel guide, like, "Oh, so where do you recommend I go? Where's the best place to stay?" I'm like, "Well, you probably want to avoid this entire continent. This is not great. This place is pretty good until you get to the events of the book. But,
avoid the dungeon, Yeah,
avoid this dungeon. Avoid this entire place. The place that says the wastes. You probably shouldn't go there." Dave, I swear.
So, let's just wind down with this question then.
Yeah.
Is there any chance, and right now is the best possible chance, I think, because she is still your affianced as opposed to your wife.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that your dad's grandkids will be named for characters in your book?
Absolutely freaking not. There's no way. Absolutely not. There are no names that are written. No. Nope.
Uvard Alexander.
No.
Uvard Alexander has a nice ring to it.
Oh, Uvard. Yeah, you bet.
Oh, yeah. It's great. Yeah.
Well, that's a middle name.
That's not even my real last name, Alexander.
Oh, well, see, then no one will figure it out.
Exactly.
Oh, come on. We got Dad here.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. I don't think Xerxia and Alexandropolis really just like rings a bell or really.
That sings.
Yeah. I don't know about that one. This is what I meant, by the way. Everybody spells Xerxian's name that way. That's incorrect, but everybody does it, so I might as well just change the spelling. Everybody spells it that way.
Well, make it easier to spell, man.
I know.
That's on you.
It is really funny that everybody spells it with an A, though. Because I was like debating whether it should be A or E, and I chose E, and now everybody spells it A.
That's the European in you. You kind of defaulted to the French, and
that's right. Defaulting to I defaulted to French. I got to delete the whole book. I can't do that.
Not Canadian French.
French. Okay, fair. Why would you ever do that? Yeah, see, Rich has got it. The bloody French. Yeah, see, he's got it. He knows what's up. Oh, that's funny. That's the female version of the name. That's funny.
Hey, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Mike and I were having a discussion earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So this has nothing to do with your book.
All right, cool.
So big
like
surprise.
This whole show. Huge surprise given what we've talked about tonight.
So as an author,
yeah.
coming onto a show like this, do you think we should have to go and ask you personally to come on a show like this? Or is there some type of that you should have the nous to, ask us to be on a show? Not us specifically, but anybody that has a show like this. Do you think it's the content creators' job to go out and personally ask each individual author to come on their show, or is it the other way around?
Oh, man, you're not going to like this, but I think I'm going to give up kind of a cop-out answer where I think it's on both the onus of the content creator and the author. So for me personally, I reach out to a lot of shows just because I'm kind of fearless and shameless. So like Mike, I DM'd you a couple months ago. Like you didn't reach out to me. I was like, oh, Mike's show looks like it's fun. Let's see if I can get on it. That's how I operate. Not everybody is like that. So I think there needs to be a nice mix of, maybe it's not, you have to personally ask everybody, but putting out a call either on social media or something like that for people to sign up, making it easy for people. Like if it's in your bios on social media, hey, DM me if you'd like to be on the show, something like that. Yeah.
It's actually a trick question because we just mentioned to Bo that we need a couple guests and then he sprays it everywhere and I'm bombarded with people.
I love that. That's awesome.
And then I promised them to be on the show and I forget to write their names down and yeah, it's our scheduler. He needs to be fired.
That's great. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I think for indie authors, if you're kind of shy, it's unfortunate, but you do have to break out of that a little bit, especially when you're just starting out. Like for me, I'm a relative nobody, right? I'm not Ryan Cahill.
That's not true that you're aware of.
That's true. But that's true. But you know what I mean, right? In comparison to bigger names who maybe people will be reaching out to them to get them on the show because they are a bigger name. Their name alone is going to drive guests. But for an indie author who's just getting started and wants to build a following, build an audience, they do have to put in the work to reach out to blogs, to reach out to shows and stuff like that. At least that's how I feel. Not everybody will share that opinion, but that's how I feel about it.
That's good information.
Yeah. I do think it's nice when shows reach out to, I mean, if you see an author that you'd love to have on the show, I'd say shoot.
Oh yeah.
DM, but yeah,
I'm totally down with that.
Yeah.
It was a thing from Twitter where somebody responded to Mike and said, oh, I'm not going to do that. You have to reach out. You have to ask me. You have to come to me. It's kind of like, hell no, we don't.
It's a tough situation. I think, just to make it more comfortable, it's having an easy access link for people who, if they want to fill out a form to get on the show. I know for me, I just sent the DM just because I don't follow rules, I guess. But if there's I
don't think we have any rules. I think that's probably
perfect. So yeah, like I don't know if it says it currently, but like when I look for shows to go on, I do look in the host or the show's bio on social to see like the best ways to contact them to get on. Some will say, DM me for reviews, DM me to get on the show. Then I'll know, okay, I can just send them a DM. Some will have a form, their website, something like that. So I don't know if you really have to reach out to every single person, but making yourselves easy to contact and make it obvious what people have to do, I think is the best way to go about it.
So I've decided to go with being mysterious because there's no contact information anywhere.
Yeah, I think for your show, I think I may have watched one and I was like, yeah, they're cool. I'm going to DM the host and just see what happens.
Oh God. Were you drinking when you said that?
These two guys look desperate. They'd take anybody. I'd give them a call, see what happens.
They'll take anybody. Hey, I'm anybody. Let's go. Let's do it.
We have to know about this.
Nick, you got 46 people watching you here.
46.
46.
I'm pretty humbled by that, honestly, because like yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. And one of them actually just subscribed, so thank you, whoever you are.
That's awesome. See, like 46 of you watching. That's That's awesome. I don't know if any show I've been on has had up to 46 people watching at once. That's really cool. I don't know. I'm humbled by that. I know if to some 46 people is nothing, but to me, that's a lot. And I really appreciate
46
everyone.
people go buy Nick's book so he can afford to go on a freaking honeymoon.
That's right.
So not look like a cheap bastard.
That's right. Exactly.
We're up to 47, and that's about 10 times more than our normal.
Wow. I mean, that's awesome. I'm happy for you guys too. I mean, this is great. You guys getting more viewers. I love that. That's part of the reason I want to be on shows too. I want to help booktubers get more subscribers. I want to help them get more viewers too. Even though I don't have a huge audience myself, I like to help out the community when I can.
Oh, thank you very much.
Of course.
We're all here for it.
Of course.
And if you've already bought Nick's book,
I was going to say, you've got some cool looking covers back there.
Well, this one here is my son. That's a Tolkien book. My son just brought me back from somewhere.
Oh,
it's called Making of Middle Earth.
Oh, very cool.
49. We have to stay on long enough to get one more. 50 on our 100th episode.
You need one more person here.
Somebody call a friend.
That's right. Just call someone up.
We're almost done. They don't have to be here for more than like 2 minutes.
As long as the 5-0 shows up, no one cares.
That's right.
Okay, I'm not getting a tattoo or anything if we get to 50, just to be clear.
Well, it's all right. It went down by 1, so
darn.
Whoever came on as 49 said, I'm not going to get pressured into that.
Too much pressure on this show, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Hyperspace.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for the subscription. We appreciate that too.
And I promise the show is really fun. I try to catch most of the lives that you guys do. Although you got a lot coming up. Like several coming up in the next couple of weeks.
So we are booked for July, August, and now most of the way through September.
Wow. September too. Wild.
I don't know how we get so many people because, we got 250 subscribers. We finally hit that mark. But
that's awesome. That's great. No, you guys are doing great. It's a fun show. More people should be subscribing.
Yeah. Who knew that being crabby Gen Xers would be such a draw?
I'm telling you, it's the Muppet Show lined it all up for us, man. It's Waldorf and Statler nostalgia.
Here's something I never thought I would see written.
Mike and Ro are getting popular. Yeah, I'd love to see it. Love to see it.
Yeah, well, too much for that. We got to go now.
I was going to say, it's been a little bit more than an hour now, right?
We got to 51. I don't want to press my luck.
We got 51?
52.
52.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Are you just signing up like multiple accounts, Mike, and just like
do you think I'm that tech savvy?
We have like Mike Molman 1, Mike_Molman, Molman Mike 2.
53. Muppet Appeal. That's right.
That's right. That's us.
Okay. Somebody's creating bots. Is Diesel doing this, Bo?
Oh yeah, Diesel's probably here too. Yep.
All right. Well, good luck with Spiffbo.
Thank you. Thank
and
you.
With Lockdown. And with that whole marriage thing. Don't let anybody tell you bad things about it. I've been married for a long time.
You could be a son.
Longer than you. Yeah. I mean,
that's funny.
Sadly, yeah.
Sadly, yes.
It's been almost 34 years, so yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Cool. Nice. Well, congratulations. That's no short amount of time. That's great.
Running bot farms. Yeah. We'll be selling crypto on the next episode.
That's right.
And this did not come from your dad.
Dad.
Come on, George. You missed your opportunity there.
That's right.
Ooh, boy. All right. Mike, get us out of here.
Okay. Right. As fun as this is, I have to go be grumpy towards my dog or something.
And I have to eat.
So
thank you guys so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
No, thanks. It's been great. You're welcome back anytime. Let us know when you got a new book coming out.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much.
When you win Spiffbo.
That's right. Oh, yeah, when I win Spiffbo, we'll see.
There you go. Or maybe you don't want to interview with us because the last winner is the only one who didn't interview.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying first already?
We got 9. We got the 9 runners up.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I'm already screwed.
Yeah.
Well, that means I might as well just keep getting interviewed by you guys. I'm already screwed anyway. Might as well.
You're tainted now. What the hell?
That's right. Exactly.
Okay, well, it's time to wave awkwardly.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
The show. Don't be a stranger. Everybody.